One for Krista's mini general, and then we'll do the pinch. Okay. These feel like they're wanting to read Oracle. We'll see how they do, but they're feeling a little bit different. The energy is feeling a little bit different. There's a lot of fluidness about them going on. Fluidness, and the card of flowering comes up. Flowering beyond the sorrow, moving past there. Okay, what else is going here? Okay, I'm going to show you what we got for the spread going down. This is how it wanted to come out. So this is kind of how it's looking. What we've got is this flowering after grief. It feels like some joy after sorrow that's happened. This is what's going on. This is where you're starting to open up again and do things a little bit different. We have the slowing down is where you're aware of things, and then the outsider, and really understanding how you fit, what your role is, and what you want to do a little bit differently. Now, this is usually the one where you see them walking away from the church. This is important for you to realize. This is huge. And then this was the Knight going forward, the Knight of Coins going forward. This is really interesting energy. It's asking you to get way more grounded. It's asking you to be aware of what's going on and understanding that the outsider energy isn't necessarily bad. We're not meant to fit in every situation with every group. And if you're having a little bit of this removed energy, like you're removed from maybe what the old ways were, the old traditions were, if you're having that sense of removed from places and spaces of the past, it's because they don't fit anymore. Okay, what's going on down below? We've got the World card. We've also got this card of experiencing. This is gorgeous. Something that has completed and then new growth is coming in. When I see this one, this is very We Are the World, very a little bit cheesy to me, but this is a World card. This is a completion, a leveling up. And then here we've got the Three of Wands coming up. This is really, really great. And they're calling it experiencing. This is the one that I call the Santa Fe burger. This is the one where something that you have planned or asked for is coming towards you. You're saying the removal tracks? Yeah. Yeah. It's if you've outgrown a space, you're going into the new space. This is what you've planned for. This is the completion of that. You're moving forward here. We have a card here. They call the 21 the completion. This is the World. This is the completion. This is, their cards are both the world energy. This is also coming through. You've got innocence here for the 19, right? That's the Sun card. But what's coming up here is integration. I know it says completion. I know we talked about the World card, and I know this is the 10. But what I'm getting is these are read an oracle like I told you they would. And this is integration. It's coming together. No, not it. Parts of you are coming together. Parts of you coming back. Parts of you feel like they're putting in place. They're being reclaimed, understood again. Yeah. And then we have integration here. Now, this one is the 14. This is temperance. The imagery in this cards is very interesting to me, but there is something about this, about mind, body, spirit coming in huge. You've learned how to call back parts and pieces of yourself in a different and new way. Call back some of your gifts. Ask for the big gifts to be open to you again, and this is what it's coming through as. Now here, a little bit of a challenge. We've got suppression here with the 10 of Wands. This is like the burden, and projections. This is what I want to do some snooping on for you in this mini, because it seems like there's something, and this projections is the 7 of Cups. This is when we have an avoidance issue, or when we want everything to be so dreamy, pie in the sky, high ideal, that it's a little bit tricky for us. It's also when people put this on us. Yes. The onus is on them. It is not for you to fulfill the role that they thought that you were going to be for the rest of their damn lives. That's not for you to do anymore. They need to handle their own shit. And this is something you've learned. You're not going to take their burden and carry it any further. And this old role that you used to play has simply been outgrown. Let's see what else is going on. The gift of knowing what is authentically yours, the gift of knowing when you're carrying weight, and I'm talking emotional weight, when you've done emotional labor that isn't yours to do any longer. You know this. You still will have the wide open heart, but you still might feel like you're got obligated or duty to carry some of this, and you don't need to. You don't need to at all. This is them projecting an old role on you. It's not the role that you're in anymore. In fact, it's limited capacity to put up with bullshit that comes through on this. It's like You know, if somebody said, hey, I want you to come over and mop my floor because that's your job, you'd be like, yeah, no, bozo, you're going to mop your own damn floor. But sometimes when people say, yeah, can you do this for me? It's more than just somebody asking to hold space. Holding space is fine. But if they are over and over and over depleting your energy because they're projecting you into this role of rescuer, that's not so bueno. Okay. Yeah, the BS is going to be like, just, you're done. You've moved beyond and past it. All right, what else is going on here? Wow, 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 wow. Okay, all right. Look what we got again. Look, look, look. We have the outsider coming up again. This is poverty, lack. This is sometimes separation. That's why they call this the outsider. This is the person that walks away from the traditional church, blah, 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 blah. Walks away from the old roles, the old obligations, the old traditions. Walking away from that. Refusing some of the drama and bullshit. And this is a card of refusal in the very best way. You can see that she's going in. She's very much zenning in. Usually we see this and it is like the hand of God giving the cup forward, right? This is going within in a way that is really, really good for you. Love that. The adventure is coming here. Here we have the Page of Coins coming up. This is the one that I call the Batman card. And this one is so cute. I mean, it's a very sweet rendition. You see the child wanting to go forward into the magic again. Courage is coming through here. That's the 8. That's the Strength card. And this is not just the bloom where you're planted. This is the struggle to bloom in an environment that has been challenging. If not openly hostile, it's been challenging. This is when you feel like the bird in the fishbowl and everybody around you is acting like a fish and telling you act like a fish, but you're a bird. And it's like, nah, you can't do it. Then here we have the awareness, the 7 of Swords. And this is the one that I call cover your ass. This is huge. This is know what your priority is because you're breaking through something. It's about to breach. It's about to come forward. This is a good thing. When the whale breaches the surface is when you're getting fresh air. You're getting infused with something a little bit different. Anything else? Not even pinky promises are going to hold this. Now, this is called compromise, and it's the 6 of Coins. But I'm telling you, look at this. The things that are your promises, the things that you have promises before, this is something that are the promises to yourself and not to the other. So these guys might be allies, but not even a pinky promise is strong enough if it's not serving you. You don't have to compromise your soul to give somebody else something they want. You do not. You need to go into this space of trust, and this is free falling. If you know that song, you know the song. This is that energy. This is the free falling energy, because you are now ready to just flow, be in flow, move forward, receive gifts, be in flow, move forward, receive gifts, move forward, flow. That's all that there is to this. This whole thing of reclaiming, and bringing back to self is huge for you. Yeah. This is hugely high honors going on right here. There's a card in one of the, I think it's in a Kipper deck, and it's called High Honors. It's because it takes the work to do this. Now, you guys hear me talk about butterfly all the time, but this is a little bit different. This is the strength to follow the subtle nudge, even when others would rather have you conform. And you'll follow your subtle nudge anyway because you owe it to your soul. You have determined for yourself that this is what you're going to do. You're going to trust your own sense of flight. That's what I've got on that. That's complete. Holy smokes. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, and the outsider energy is sometimes it feels a little bit like a little bit lonely, a little bit on your own, but it's not going to feel quite so rough as you might have thought or as it's felt in the past. Yeah, you're going to be more at ease with yourself is what I'm getting. All right. So much confirmation in this. Good. All right. Now let's do a pinch and we'll see what's going on. Let's get this out of the way. We'll flip this down, and hopefully, I don't know if I have my pointer thing in there. So, okay, hang on. I want to go this way. For some reason, it feels like ocean wave, water and flow. This is what we're doing. Okay. We've got signs of winter, really like stubbornness coming in the winter. Ooh. Okay. There's spider magic coming through here. Now, this is the spiders, and the spiders used to weave the webs, and people used to take note of where the spiders wove the webs, where the web was spun and how it was spun. This is spider magic. This is old ancient grandma spider magic, and this is not just about networking on webs and all of this, but it's also about the gifts that the spider brings. This is also a nod to you to be strategic. There is that old phrase that's the come into my parlor phrase. Yeah, this is you getting more strategic, more knowledgeable, more wisdom of the old ways that helps you get more strategy going forward. The wisdom of the old ways gives you strategy to move forward in a way that is different than you have moved before. And that's spider magic coming through all over the place. We've got the butterfly coming next and the rabbit. The butterfly indicates the transformation has happened. Butterfly here, hopefully you can see, is coming in. And the butterfly is transformation has happened. You're already breaking free and have broken free of the cocoon. You have moved forward. There's something that's different. You can't go back to caterpillar. The rabbit here, this is always the one that makes me think of the fool. This is really, really the leap of faith that must be taken. You saw it on the trust card in that Zen thing. It's coming through here too. There's strategic, yes, but there's also trust for self. That means you won't have all the answers. Don't go for perfect. Trust your intuition hugely, hugely here because something has changed. There's wisdom coming in here. This is coming in very much quill energy. It's sword energy. It's very much the pen and the words and the sorting through things and the sorting through things of the mind. This is you need to be busy with your pen and paper doing something. And yes, it strongly is. This is when we get this and I'm getting pen and paper. I'm getting, you can, don't just type it up on the keyboard. Typing it won't do it. There's a way of processing and connecting with something when it's in the written form that allows release, allows freedom. It allows catharsis. This is huge for you. There's pen and page work to be done. Whether it's the letters of forgiveness, whether it's the letter of I'm frustrated, whether it's just shit, I burnt the coffee, whatever it is, when you're writing it, it allows you to move forward. You totally resonate with that? Yeah. It makes sense that this would do this. And it feels like all through the rest of this year, through the end of 2025, you are to be doing this. So whether that's journaling or whether that's incorporating meditations, whether that's dialoguing with spirit, whatever it is, it's what you're supposed to be doing. Then back down to the charms, what we're seeing here is the anchor and the sun. The anchor is the big obstacle and this sun comes in. And when this first came in, I'll show you. This is kind of how they landed. Hopefully you can kind of see. This is how they landed. So what it told me when it first came in, I got winter, long winter. And it's going to feel like it's long, it's difficult, it's arduous. But the sun is on this. So what you're getting is abundance, enlightenment coming through from now through what feels like January of 2026. Enlightenment. And it's coming through and it's bringing in the season of winter. Now, there's nothing in this that says the season of winter, but it is what it is. You got the anchor there, and then you've got the captain's wheel coming up here, and this is steering by your own stars. This is very much bringing forward star card, very much being captain of your destiny, all of that stuff. All of it coming in. Again, the spider strategy is coming up here as well. So hopefully you can see that well enough. But this is what's come in. You're going from minor strategy and minor thinking to really captaining your own ship, to really taking your destiny in hand and moving forward. You know the direction, you know the charts. Mo is stopping me for the charts. Yeah, she is showing me, I don't know my constellations. I'm getting, it could be Orion, it could be any number of constellations, but she's showing me what looks like a constellation, and I think it is Orion, and I'm not sure what that's about, but it's the charts. She wants you making your own charts. So Mo is saying, charting your own course, yes, making your own charts, making your own star charts. This is something where you're learning to navigate, have your own destiny. It doesn't matter if it's Orion or if it's somebody else. It could be, it's not the Big Dipper. That one I would recognize. But whatever the stars are, you're going by your own stars again. She likes that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The map that you're making in the writing, in the doing of the writing. Start writing now because you're going to see patterns. And they're going to help you get the lay of the land for your own inner world and your own inner map. Okay. That's complete. That's what I got. Holy cow. That was crazy, but that was good. That's what I got for you, honey. I'm going to get a little bit of water, but that was fabulous. Really, really good. You love that so much. I love it too. I think it's fabulous. And usually with yours, you get like a bunch of charms all coming out. Yours came out in that stream of flow, which is huge. That seems like the lesson that you've learned and what you're mastering and what you need to be in. And it feels like blockages are less and less in your way. Commercial. Here's the commercial. This is what we're doing. That was $20 blind, $30 year ahead, $30 mini is what we did for Krista before, where we used both the decks of the Zen decks. Those are usually 7 to 10 cards. Sometimes I'm over, sometimes I'm super nosy. 40 for the full. These ones you ask questions. Not on the blind, not on the year ahead. On these ones, go ahead and ask your question if you want. If you want a charms read like I just did, they're all in here. I'll show you. And you just get a pinch of charms. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's a little. I really don't know. But those are usually $10 a pinch. So you can just, let Kim know by the pinch. And this is how you can pay me. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It's at A Feisty Butterfly, $ The Feisty Butterfly, or afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. And the E comes before the I in Feisty. Now, this one, you might see my husband Phil's name on, and he'll be helping me with the show tomorrow night. But if you see that, don't be alarmed. That's just my honey. So, my partner in crime, so to speak. So, that's what that is. Specialty reads, Bones, Crystal Ball, and Past Lives, which I love to do. Those are $50. They take a little longer, and we dive into the cards with these. So, any or all of those are great. I'm going to get some water. Oh, my goodness, it's warm in here today. Utah is hot today, guys. Hot. And I'm not loving it. I can tell you. I have a sister that lives in Arizona, and it's like she's going to move to Utah. And I'm like, I don't know how she stayed in Arizona for so long. It is way hot there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Krista. You're welcome. And I recorded that, so it's going. And I think what I'm going to do is do the signs. I'd like to do the signs by the element and do for the collective or the signs. So we're going to start with the air signs. The air signs? Sure, why not? So, yeah, for the air signs. And I think we're using the Fate Shifters deck. That feels about right. Yeah. Okay, air signs. What do we have for the message for the air signs? Wow, this one's coming in real hot. Okay, this is more than I thought we would get, but this is what I'm getting. This is like breakthrough energy. It's not just legacy. It's how you leave your mark, and you're turning something on its head. The Emperor really feels like it's been turned on its head. It's turning the rules upside down, doing something unconventional, something very, very different that's going to help guide things forward. Chariot card also coming in strong. There's momentum to be had. This feels like at the base of it, going. We have the Lovers. This is a lot of majors for just... These, half of them are majors, right? More than half of them are majors right here. This is huge for the air sign. Following the heart's desire, knowing what it is about the soul contracts and commitments is going to turn something on its head for you in a good way. And it's going to bring balance coming forward. There's balance with the Justice. There's balance with the Chariot. There's a little bit of people telling you to take a different approach. I am telling you, you do what feels true to you. I am telling you, look at your heart's path deeper. Look deeper at this. This is huge for you. Whatever this is, air signs, it's trying to bring it back into balance. And this is huge. The Aquarius energy is coming in very strong on this, and I'm not sure why. Anything else on this? Be true to yourself, just like I'm saying, honor your true path. Yeah, to thine own self be true. Your higher self is calling. Look at how many majors. Boom, 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 boom. 5 out of 7 in these cards. This is major epic year for you. To thine own self be true. You don't let somebody else hijack your agenda. Don't worry about snipe and gripe or mean girls. Just do what you need to do. Karma is in the works here. Karma is balancing the scales in a good way, and it's breakthrough coming for you. That's what I've got. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right. Okay. Let's do, should we do the fire signs next just for fun? We could do, what is that? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire signs. Let's do that next. Yeah, that was amazing. That was so much major arcana in 7 cards and 5 of them. That's big. All right. We'll go into the fire signs next and see what's going on. We're going to go to the Ring of Fire Tarot. I think that's what it's called. I really do think it's actually Ring of Fortunes, but it's for the fire. So it's Ring of Fire. We're calling it that today. It's Rings of Fortune Tarot. It looks like a traditional tarot that has been sketched for the fire signs. What do we got here? Well, okay. Hang on. It's all in this chunk. Wow. Okay. And I'm reading it hot, read it fast. Okay, this is what we're doing. Whatever the choice is, make your choice. Again, be true to yourself. Know what it is you're offering the world. Somebody is not looking out for your best interest. You need to know better. Honor the pain. Honor the difficult truth that is already understood and known. Already understood and known. You know what the truth is. It needs to be honored if you're going to move forward. There has been deception. You need to walk away from it. Somebody, this is not boding well. None of this is boding well. It's showing the fire sign. Somebody has been a real bee. A real... You know when you encounter the person that you're sure has won the Jackass of the Year award? Well, you've encountered them more than once lately, and it's coming up big, big, big. These fire signs is not meant for you to be on the battlefield with this. Time to walk away. Whatever is missing in there, do not engage. Do not engage. What else is going on? You being your own hero is hugely important. You've dealt with somebody that's been perhaps more than a little bit narcissistic. Again, they're coming in like just Jackass of the Year award over and over. They could win it every year for the rest of their life. I mean, they are really, feels like a major person that needs distance from. Pushing away distance from, creating distance and space, huge important for you. And then you get to be the charitable giver. Know that you're the giver and not the beggar. This is the big thing for you. That's what I got. That's complete. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take a little breath from that. But those fire signs, holy smokes. I do not like when you get Jackass of the Year striding through for no apparent reason. That's no bueno, but hey, that's probably what it feels like. You got that for sure, Michelle? Well, good. Let me get some water, and I'll hold up the commercial. You guys know what the drill is. Here's if you needed to know how to pay. That's what we got going on. Okay. All right. You're here for it? Good, Michelle. Good. All right. Kim, is the list open or is there someone on the list? If you let me know if it's open, we'll keep doing the element signs. And if there's a paid person on the list, we'll go to that next. So we'll just do whichever it needs to be. Most of your chart is Sagittarius, so it resonates for you. Yeah, I have, I think, 5 Libra placements in my chart. I'm a Virgo, but I think I have 5 Libra placements. I'd have to look again to be sure, but it's like, okay. So no wonder. Okay, clear as far as you know. Okay, we're going to go on to the earth signs. So we're going Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. What are we going to do? Okay, we're going to keep up with this. This is Barbara Moore's deck Aquarius with 5 Sagittarius placements. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, all right. So we are going into the earth signs collective. We'll see what comes up for this. And this is Barbara Moore's Classic Tarot. Seven of Swords, depicted fairly classically. Taking the swords away, usually he's leaving the camp and not aspiring to climb to the camp. If you look at this, somebody might think he's climbing there up that, but look close. I think he's looking down at where he's needing to go. He's evacuating, getting out of Dodge. He's paying attention to what he needs to pay attention so he doesn't fall. He's got to look at both places at once. This guy's got to know the priorities. And it's usually considered the thief card, but the thief is going for a reason. The thief is learning to travel light in a different way and take what's important. Now, the cover your ass part of this is because when you know your priorities, people don't take advantage of you. This is where that comes from for me. Don't trust somebody that's operating sketch around you is what I'm getting for you, earth signs. If they're being sketch, if this isn't you covering your ass and this is somebody else operating in a sketch fashion, you'll know it. You're going to hear ding, ding, ding. You know, you're going to feel it in your body. You're going to feel it. Don't give in to trusting them. Don't give the second chances. Don't give the benefit of the doubt on this. No, give it space. It doesn't feel like this guy is Jackass of the Year like on the fire signs, but somebody is being a little bit sketch. There's no other way to say it. Somebody's got immaturity coming up and creating something that is a little bit more of an emotional situation than it needs to be. Queen of Swords is saying, suffer no fools. The Emperor is saying, set things up on your own terms. They need to be your terms. Queen of Swords needs to be the most pronounced in this. She's fair. She's logical. She's usually right. Like 90% of the time, this one's right. What else is going on? And Temperance. Balance things out, modify things, but have the strength and take the time to do whatever this is you're doing. Don't get railroaded into doing some whippersnappers wanting to do this new creative idea that takes your time, your energy, your resources, and you're left a little bit high and dry. That's not the thing for you right now. The temperance needs to be brought in. The Virgo essence of temperance needs to come with a little bit less of the dogmatic and pragmatic going on. Although the Queen of Swords is here, there needs to be a little more flow. Sometimes both of these characters are seen as very, very rigid, very, very particular. There needs to be a little bit more fluidity going on, a little more flow going on for this. What else is happening? Anything else? Seven of Cups. No more pie in the sky thinking. Don't procrastinate. Whatever it is that you're putting off, you need to move forward with it. This is huge for you. You've got the 7 and 7, the procrastinator and the sketch. You need to actually take some action of your own and do something a little different. Star card. Get back in touch with what brings you to the true north. What brings the true north out in you is huge important for you right now. That's what I've got for your earth signs. That feels complete. We'll leave that there. Okay. Michelle, you're starting your new job on Monday. They better stay away from you. You've got enough going on. Well, I hope it goes really good. I hope it goes way, way good. Way good. Okay. I think we have one more left to do. We have the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what's going on. What do we got for water signs? Which deck are we going to? You know, we're going to stick here with the traditionals. We're going to go vintage for them. So for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, let's see what's going on. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys are operating in a way that feels strangely unwatery. What's going on with that? What I'm getting is the image of the Pisces fish hopping out of the water and walking. It's really kind of a wild image, but what I'm getting is you're operating in a way that is more grounded than usual, a little bit less of back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, a little bit less extreme. You're learning moderation going on. This is really interesting. All right. Well, shit. Holy cow, guys. Look at this. It is straight majors through here. The vintage straight majors. King of Swords starts off. He's not major, but the rest straight majors. This is cutting the shit, cutting the bullshit. Yeah, this is very much more practical, not extreme, just cutting the shit and moving forward. Judgment card is here. Something you have understood. It's like being called to your higher self on steroids. End and over and done with whatever is this devil energy. End and over and done. Your higher self has said, no more, done, bye loser, el dano, not having it. Hierophant right here at the end. Access to something new, access to the new lesson. Because the devil just isn't fooling you anymore. You're over it. You're done. It ended. It's done. Your higher self is here saying, yeah, this is how we're going to proceed. We're going to do it from a different viewpoint, a viewpoint of truth, a viewpoint of what is necessary. It's more of needs must, and it's not bullshit anymore. This is big, big, big. Whatever this was that needed an end, you are very clear that it needed to end. You are very clear the spin that this person would have put on there, and you're done with it. It's like when you see news or something and there's just spin, and it's like, enough. That's what's going on with you guys. It's very, very big. You've reached the point, the tolerance is done, you're over it, and then you're going on to something higher, something that's more traditional for you, that feels like promotion, leaning on things that are well established. Anything else for you guys? You do have a plan in play. A plan in play that probably will take a season, 3 months-ish to move forward. It feels like honor your own plan. Wow. Okay, you're going from this place of no choices, feeling stuck, to a place of deliberation, choosing, and then independently having your own light, seeing things with more of your own inner guidance coming through. This is huge for you. Now, of all of these, this must be something big going on, because this is 5 of 8 cards that are majors. This is big, big, big. This is coming in huge. You would rather go your own way, handle things alone, than have whoever's giving you the spin and the BS mucking up the thoughts. You have choices to make, strategy to hold, and you're not contending with this nonsense anymore. You're just not. You're just done with this. It feels like having somebody excised, pulled out, removed. like say you got an apple and there's old bruising in the apple or gunk in the apple. You might not throw away the whole thing. You might just pull out what is the yucky part, whatever is the bruised and mushed part, and then use the rest of the apple. This is what it feels like. It feels like you're extracting something out of your world, out of your realm, and moving forward because you've got enough of the good juice to go forward to. This is what I'm getting for you. This is huge. Yeah, this is nothing to be ignored or shied away from. And further, what your plan is, what you've created with that King of Swords energy and creating your own plan, you are creating new choices all along the way. It's going to serve you really well, but stay grounded, stay logical. Not watery extreme, not watery extreme, okay? That's what I've got for you. That feels very complete. All right, I'm going to get some water. We've got the elementals done. So those are the ones that I've done for today, and we'll see what's going on and see what's happening. All right, let me grab some water. The paid list is open. Here's the information if you want to get on the paid list or have a paid reading done. I'm here today, and then tomorrow night, somewhere between 6 and 8 Utah time, Mountain time, Phil and I will be on, and Phil will be doing everything that's the behind-the-scenes thing. But we'll do a few more today, and then we'll get going. Phil and I are going to go on vacation, so I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So this is the time to get on the list if you want. I'm going to get some water. Thanks for the gifts, XYZ. Thank you, thank you. All right, and if you want to see anything that's going on, this is my tarot collection, my tarot cards, I love, love, love tarot. Love, love tarot. So if it's your first time in, you guys know I have a crap ton of the tarot cards. So I love them. And I don't think I'm outgrowing that anytime soon. So, okay. All right. Hey there, Donna. Think she was here. I don't know if she popped in, popped out, but hey. Yeah, it's kind of an easy kind of a day. Good energy overall for me. Much better than Monday. It seems like the Lionsgate energy that was open, it was open for more days than what we thought Lionsgate typically is, or what a lot of people think of Lionsgate as, but really, really good. It's a clearing out, cleaning out, letting new things in. All of that happening in Lionsgate this year is major. It felt like it was very, very epic type of thing. So that's what I got going on. And for those of you that know, my sisters, the one that donated her kidney to the other sister, are doing really well. So that is good news too. So that makes me very happy. They're both in Indiana still and will be for a little while because they've got to recover, but doing really, really well. And the new kidney is waking up, as the doctors would say. Sometimes the kidney, when it's transferred, is sleepy and it takes a little bit to function. But my sister that donated, her kidney was really just going. So my sister that needed the kidney is feeling much better. So that's good. And so, yay! Yeah, I'm really glad about it. Really, really, really glad about it. So, yeah, that's a little bit on the personal. It's not tarot-y, but it's good news in my family's life for sure. So it's like, yay! So yeah, so hopefully recovery is just, whew. Hello, Temperance. Hello. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And paid list is open. If you want to get on the paid list, we'll do some more reads. Otherwise, we can just shoot the breeze for a while and chat or whatever. If you want to see what a certain deck looks like and I own it, I can show you what the cards might look like if you haven't gotten it yet. Because I love tarot. I've got a ton, and I'm happy to share what I've got. And yeah, a lot of my cards do have the Sharpie couture on them because, you know, we don't want the channel getting all crazy. But if you see Sharpie drawn on my cards, yeah, that happens on some of the decks. Not all of them have I got, but some of them. The Lionsgate and Sturgeon Moon was a lot. Yeah, it felt like big energy. And it felt like it lasted for probably 4 days. Big energy, like emotions kind of all over the place, releasing emotions and toxic energy type of stuff, clearing old shadow stuff, clearing old wounds, that kind of stuff. Big. Yeah. So that was a big deal. So yeah, but what else? I don't know. What else, guys? If you've got some questions, I guess I have this box up in the corner. I put some questions in there in case it got kind of slow or whatever, to see if there would be some questions we'd want to look at. I'm tempted to get that down. I think I'm going to do that. Just 1 second. Okay. So this is the box, and I got this great little teapot in it, and it's like the teapot and the cup all in one. But I just put questions in it. Let's see if this will do anything. It's like, why not? What are my clairs? So, what are my clairs? I guess I could do it like my clairs. I get a lot of, well, I'm kind of like, what do they call it? The Renaissance man of clairs, because I will see things, I will know things, I will hear things, I will smell things. I don't know if I've got taste, but sometimes you smell things. But what's going on? What are the clairs that people don't pay attention to? Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Whoa, we're going in the gold foil, and we're going to look at something about the underrated clairs. Now, the underrated clairs for me, it's taste. You know, if you say, oh, that smells off or that feels off, you'll know what's going on. But the underrated clairs, let's take a look. Because what might be underrated for me as a clair might be strong for somebody else. So what is the underrated clair? The message about the underrated clairs. It's the clair knowing that is the one that a lot of people have the challenge with, because they think they know it and then they get self-doubt a lot. But okay, all right, these two want to come forward. 3. It's the knowing. It's the clair knowing, the knowing. It's like we have everything exposed. We see it all. The sun is there. We see it exposed. We want to lead. We want to go forward. We want to speak our voice, have truth come through, and do it strongly, and share what this is, and have other people that are, you know, understanding it. But sometimes that isn't surrounding us, and we're having to be patient and wait for whatever it is that we know to happen, whatever we see to happen. So that's what's coming through. Oh, the guides that I talked to on the lives. Okay. Well, I work with 4 different guides that work with me during tarot when I'm doing it. There's Lucy and Gogs and Mo and Nell. Nell is very, very water energy, very, very fae energy, very, very fairy energy. She probably comes through at about 10 years old. She's got very, very white hair, kind of like a very strange mullet kind of hairdo going on. When I see her, she's typically on this rock over near this stream, and very, very much playful. Every once in a while, she'll do this cliff diving number that she'll dive from one cliff into another, and when she does, she transitions age. Now, when Nell comes through and she's transitioning age, she's usually getting more serious. Most times, Nell shows us her younger kind of 10-year-old self, but every once in a while, she'll come through as over 50. So it's very interesting. Mo is the one that she's always the one that's doing like the memos and the post-it notes. She loves post-it notes, loves them. And she's, she was here a little earlier today. She's always in front of the little cubbies with the post-it notes. If you think of like, maybe like an old school motel clerk with all the cubbies behind him, that's her wheelhouse. And she has that. And then if you go back behind the cubbies, there's just more and more depth. And I think she's got hidden things of the Akashic field and hidden books of the Akashic behind her, but she likes to have post-it notes. Yeah, that's what Mo is like. Very, very funny in her demeanor. She's kind of snarky, just kind of sassy. She's not going to take any shit off of anyone, but that's what she's like to me. Gogs is he's one of my guides. The rest of them are the female energy coming through, but Gogs is very, very masculine energy, kind of very druid energy, very grizzled, old, cranky energy. And he's usually outside. Gogs is one that comes through. I think Gogs very much likes Chad, who used to be in here quite a bit, but I know he's got his stuff going on. But comes through in a very paternal kind of way. So, yeah, the postmistress on Little House on the Prairie, kind of the cubbies, but not exactly the postmistress. But yeah, definitely the cubbies are there. To me, I guess what I would compare her to is more like, kind of like, I would think more like Annie Potts. Kind of this, she's like Annie Potts to me. That's what her look is like, with short hair. Short hair. So really interesting. And then, of course, there's Lucy. Now, Lucy comes in totally different. Lucy looks like a galactic. Lucy looks stately, queenly, galactic. She's always seems to be very ethereal and floaty. She's got very, very white hair. Very, very blue purpley kind of tint to her skin. Yeah. Very, very beautiful, beautiful. High vibe energy. Always comes in very graceful, quite a bit older, but I don't know if I could put an age on her. She, like Nell, I can clearly see at 10. Gogs, I can clearly see between 60 and 70 somewhere in there. Like, he's older looking to me. Well, we would maybe see a 60 and 70. Maybe it was only 50 back when he was around. But Lucy's a whole nother thing entirely. She's older than 10, but she's ageless, timeless, and she's full grown. She doesn't come through as kid. So yeah, and she is very, very, very galactic, very star energy, Lemurian energy, all that coming through with her. And she was the one that came through first, and then the others kind of came along over time. So yeah, so if you want to ask the guides anything or ask whatever, you can ask, but that's what's going on. And I love that they are here with me frequently. And it's been this way for years. So it's very interesting learning, because sometimes they tell me things that are surprising to me. Often they surprise me, but that's who comes through to help. So yeah, so that's what I got going on there. So I don't know if there's any other reads coming through or not, or if you guys just want to chit chat or what, but that's what we got going on. If you have gotten a paid read, let Kim know that you paid for a read and get on the list. And that's what we got going today. It's kind of a mellowish kind of a day. And I think Phil and I are going to stop in Shasta and spend some time there, and I am looking forward to that. That should be very, very magic in Shasta, I think. It's just been calling me. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So if you have certain geographies that you go to, even if they're local to you, if they have an energy where it feels like sacred is there, if it feels like sacred energy is going on, if you could even get in proximity, if you're ready, then you can go and you can be receptive and have different things that are epiphanies, or people call them downloads, whatever it is, come through. Uploads, downloads, call them whatever you want. Knowledge will come through in those places when you are in a receptive space. And sometimes you just know that if you go to a certain place, whether it's a peaceful field, some people actually like to walk the cemeteries quite a lot, because that's where they get in touch with their ancestors. So that makes sense. So if you want to do those things, don't think that you can't do that in your own backyard. You totally can. All right. It looks like we got something for Vivian for a full. So give me just a second. We'll get some water and we'll see what's going on for Vivian for a full. And if there's a specific question, Vivian, if you'll type it in the chat, that'd be great. Okay, Vivian for a full. And I'm trying to see if my iPad will show me the question that came through, or if a question came through at all. That's being tedious. Okay. You feel tired and stuck for the past few weeks. Could it please see if there's any message for you? Absolutely, we can. We're going to these. These are very gentle tarot deck. They're small size, but they're gentle. So we're going to start with these. And I don't know what these are called. I placed those on the wrong spot of the table. I had them all over here. They've shifted over here. This is telling me very distinctly when I get the note to shift it that dramatically. It's not something forward. It's something past that's coming up here. Now let's see what else is going on through this. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to lay them straight for a minute. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay, we've got the Seven of Wands needing to defend, having the boundaries tested, and something that you have grieved. This is something that when you held your boundaries, you suffered a loss. This is showing me a boundary that was held was intended to be held, but you have suffered a loss because of it, and it feels like something that's big. It feels like sorrow. Sometimes, like, if we have a blowout or an argument with family or friends and we're just trying to hold the line for ourselves, sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes people are used to having us conveniently there. They aren't loving the boundaries. They don't quite understand what you're saying, or they don't understand why you're holding your ground on something when they could have convinced you into something a little bit differently. This is what it feels like. This is what the energy is echoing. Now, there is a synchronistic time coming in. And then here, we have the Knight of Swords and the Empress. This feels like spring energy coming through, and this isn't something, it doesn't feel like the spring that's to come in 2026. This feels like the spring of 2025. Something that went down in the spring that was outside, external, a celebration. It's almost as if you were lifted up and celebrated, and really, really strongly celebrated in your own truth, standing in your own power, really strongly to do something, feeling very, very empressy, and somebody else didn't get it. It doesn't feel like they were mean or malicious. They just didn't get it. They couldn't get it. It feels like a lack of capacity that surprised you, because I think you thought they would show up a little bit better for you, show up a little more for you. Understand that you're just standing your ground. This feels like what happened, what went down, or what changed in their mind. I don't know if they've voiced this to you, but you voicing who you are, standing in your power, is something they don't know what to do with now. That's what it feels like. Now let's see what else is going on here. We've got these coming through straight. That felt like past. This is what's coming through now. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about doing the work and you being very much in your own energy, doing something that's coming second nature to you now. It's like the first time you did it, maybe it's like, yeah, I'm not so good at this. Like anytime you're sewing a new pattern or doing something that's new on a sewing machine or doing something new where you're building something. Once you get the blueprint, the pattern, you've done it once, the second time is easier, third time easier still, fourth time easier still. By the time you've got eight of it done, it's second nature. This is something that is second nature, that you have reacquainted with yourself. This is coming through not so much as the internship and mastery, but also as the craftsman. I want to investigate this a little bit more. What's going on with this? Okay, the clairauds are going off for me, and I'm getting the theme song to Cheers, that old show Cheers, and it's saying, the lyrics were, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. It's something about this, and it's about you making your way, and also you just need to have some friends around, and it feels like those circles have changed. This is karmic change coming up. This is justice coming in. Justice has the scales right here, and here's the Eight of Coins. There's justice in the work that you do, and what you need to bring forward is huge. It's what you know you need to do. It's what you know you're being called to do. And whatever this karmic lesson is, it can't be avoided. You can't soften the blow for somebody else, and you can't go back to the box that they would prefer you to be in. Now the moon is coming up, and this is like, there has been a little bit of confusion about the intuition. Your intuition is very good. It's very strong, but there has been, it feels like, doubt. This card indicates when the wild nature of us and the domestic nature are in conflict with each other. And when we go through the gates of fear, when we're going into something new, we have a lot of fear. We don't always know what to do. This is your intuition trying to call you forward. And it feels like the domestic aspect would want to have you have doubt about what your intuition is, or what you know that it is that's coming second nature to you. And the wild nature is really coming through. It's more the instinctual, instinctive. You need to trust your intuition on whatever this is going forward. Even if somebody else doesn't like it, you need to trust it. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in. There is a divine timing coming up on something. You need to trust your own judgment over anybody else's. This is the gift. This is your work. This is what you need to do. This is your life. This is your plan. This is what needs to happen for you. And it's not that you're being selfish. It's just that you need to put yourself first. There is something coming up about, the totem pole, stacking things up for others, helping others a little bit too excessively, and don't put yourself last on the list coming up. The fate is turning the dial on this. It's changed the channel on this. There's something you cannot go back to. Something has changed. Now here we have the Four of Swords coming in. This is self-care. So if you're feeling like you're challenged and you feel like maybe overwhelmed, overburdened, that is not the time to back off of self-care. That is the time to really, really ramp it up, ramp it up. So if normally you say you go, you get your hair done and that makes you feel great, or you get your nails done, that makes you feel great, whatever it is that you do that takes care of you, that makes you feel great, double up, triple up, quadruple up on taking care of yourself, because it feels like almost like you're having to pry yourself out of something that is a big enmeshment in order to move forward. Is that right? Let's see what else those cards are having to say on that. Yeah, that is right. Sword of Truth comes forward to echo that. You are carrying the sword of truth. You are living in integrity with yourself. This is going to feel painful for some others that want you to live in the box that was convenient for them. Okay, moving forward. Oh, love this. This is the card of legacy. Now, this one you can see it's got the tree of life illustrated with the coins here. The tree of life is also kind of echoed and referenced in the high priestess card when you look at the pomegranates. It's not as clear as in here, but it is there. So this is you following your own life path, knowing what's priority, know what's important to you. And this is also legacy and inheritance. Some of what we inherit is patterns, wounds, pains, things that need to be dismantled every bit as things that are what we need to build up. So this contemplation of legacy and how you want to leave things, how you want to grow, this is huge for you. This is chain breaker energy coming through. What else does she need to know on that? You cannot make this shit up, guys. High priestess energy coming out right there. Now, typically the high priestess is shown and the veil behind her has all the pomegranates on it. And that's where if you look it up on the Rider-Waite decks, you'll see the pomegranates. That's where you'll see the reference to the tree of life. Holy cow. Yeah, I want you to be able to see this. A little fine print. You see her, she's by the pillars of wisdom. She's by the pillars of strength and unity. She's passed through what's the gates of fear that's commonly shown here. And now she's in the gates of wisdom. That's huge. This is what it's going to be. This is... you're meant to be doing generational chain breaker. So I don't know why my live is being restricted again. Not now. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what was said, but whatever. Chain breaker energy is coming through on this. This is huge for you. It's super huge. When you are overcoming something big, something really big, you've outgrown something. The high priestess energy, you've passed through the gates of fear. And if you look how flowy her gown is, she's really, really in the intuitive flow in a way that is very strong, connected, and inspired. Not inspirational, not as in to lead others, but inspired as in honoring her own inner truth. This is what's going on. The next one out for you. The Nine of Cups. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. The Nine of Cups is all about this energy of doing well, getting what you want so much that it's contentment. And this one, you see all the cups that are set up behind her, almost as if she's going to host a party. Sometimes this is called a card of over smugness, over contentment. Sometimes it's called the wish card. But it's having all your emotions lined up so well that you can invite others over to enjoy and to share whatever the bliss is. And this is what is going on here. This is big for you. Let's explore this. And the reward coming up here, the monetary reward. And that's representing coins, talents, and talents is a main thing. Talents and resources, money, all connected with time, right? But talents is the word that's coming through. Again, working on your talent till it comes second nature. Big, big, big. What else is going on? Oh, Nine of Cups on Nine of Cups. Hang on. Let me show this to you. It just had me do the puzzle piece. Hang on. I'm doing the puzzle piece. Trying to drag it down. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My nails are creating a problem with this, but I'm trying to do it. Okay, so Nine of Cups on Nine of Cups. This is what just came on. This is your emotional reward, your emotional wishes being so lined up that, yes, it is amplified, amplified, amplified. So when I'm telling you to double and triple down on the self-care and take care of the self, take care of the self, it's because you are really honoring your gifts. There is breakthrough that has happened. The wish is for you just to be able to be yourself, to just be free to be yourself, to be true to yourself and have that be enough. And it is there. It is more than enough and the reward is coming from this. Huge, huge, huge. Anything else she needs to know going forward on this? This is not a time for you to worry or have stress in your heart. Know that when you are acting in integrity with self, it's huge for you. You have the Justice. You have this guy twice. And you have the High Priestess. So your inner knowing knows what is true to self. Your inner knowing knows what is fair and what is right for you. Don't be talked out of it by somebody else who would rather have you either play small or play differently or play in a way that's convenient for them. Don't do it. You know what you need to do for self going forward. The wheel has already turned. Yeah, you're moving on. They aren't capable of moving in the direction that you're moving on to. Different curriculum. So when I say different curriculum, we all come to this planet to get really big lessons. Earth school is tough, tough school. Tough curriculum. We don't all have the same curriculum. Some of us are here to be advocates. Some of us are here to be anchoring in light. Some of us are here to be plumbers. You know, these are occupations, some of the things that we do, but that's not all there is to our purpose. Your purpose is to develop your own soul. So of course their curriculum is going to be different than yours. You are moving on into what is yours, and that's just fine. And it feels like, you know, when they would have the question, if you're on the sinking ship, who do you save? You can only save 2 people. And if somebody says, okay, I'm going to save the captain and I'm going to save whoever's the strongest to help paddle, you forget to save yourself. This is what it is. One of those 2 people always has to be you if you want to actually survive. This is what it is. It's about you surviving, you moving through to something very new. And your strength is right there. All the way, babe. All the way. This is the balance that's coming in. You're following the gentle nudge and doing what's right for you. And that's what you have to continue doing, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. You need to be true to yourself. You need to dial in more, fine-tune, and dial in more and more for self. The Wheel of Fortune has changed on this, and whatever you've outgrown, you can't go back to wearing the shoes that you wore as a child. You can't go back to walking in the steps that you walked as a child. It's not even that you can't go back. It's you're not comfortable. If you were to try and wear kids' shoes, they wouldn't even fit. Like, if you're joking around with your grandkids, and if I were to tell my grandson a few years back, let me try on your shoes, of course they wouldn't fit. I could get my big toe in and maybe a couple other toes. That's it. That's all. Now, of course, he's growing up, so he's getting bigger. But the old shoes that don't fit, you can't walk in that path anymore. You're walking a new path, and it's completely different. It has to be different because you yourself are different. And if you've moved beyond where someone else is, that's not a crime. It's not a crime on their part. It's not a crime on your part. You're just in different spaces, honey. If you don't want to be around their energy, but you miss a part of them, maybe you miss the part of them that was there for a while. Maybe they miss the part of you that was there for a while. But you've moved too differently apart right now, and you have to move forward. You can't prevent yourself from moving forward when the Wheel of Fortune's coming up. Karma's turning for all of us. What do we have here? The King of Pentacles. Yeah. This is the one that is very, very loyal, says, show me your plan, I'll back your play. This is the one that over time, has built what is his legacy, has built what his fortune is. It feels like you're moving from this with the new gift and creating stability for yourself. This is what feels like is happening for you. And it's different than what it used to look like for you, but it's coming in so beautifully. That's what I've got. That feels complete. That's what I got for you, honey. So good luck on going forward. It's very much, you're not making wrong moves. It's just when you outgrow something, sometimes it's uncomfortable to outgrow something. And sometimes it's uncomfortable more for us than it is for the others. And it's because it's not as convenient for them anymore. So that's what I've got. All right. Let me get a little bit of water. Hey there, Carrie. Hey, hey. Hey, Jojo. So let's see what's going on. Okay. So, Kim, if no one else is on the list, then I'll do a collective. But would this take a long time to complete this transition? Vivian, I'm not sure what you're talking about. We're doing paid reads, and we did the paid list, and I just read for a Vivian, and I'm not sure if this is the same Vivian. So, I'm not quite sure, because once I've done the read, I'm on to the next. But I want to look at that. Same Vivian. Okay. Let's snoop. We're going to snoop for just a minute for Vivian. Okay. Okay, the transition. And okay, you're asking, will this take a long time to complete this transition? And we're going to look and see what's going on in the cards, but a long time could be relative. So what you might feel is a long time might not be actually a long time to somebody else. I want to go to these. Soul Spark Tarot. It'll take a long time to have Vivian complete this transition. These all want to come out. We're going to let them be. There's something going on, and I'm getting here and here. There's something 3-4 months that is big for you going on. I'm also getting something about 8 weeks going on. Now, none of these are necessarily indicating 8 weeks, but we've got the King of Wands, you taking the lead is imperative. The Queen of Cups, following your intuition, huge imperative. Reflect on something from the past, but lead yourself forward, lead yourself forward. Go for what it is that is fulfilling and your wishes. Go after what it is that makes you content, really fulfilled is what I'm getting here. This is huge for you. 9 of Pentacles, you'll have to do some of this independently. And then the 10 of Pentacles, this breakthrough. That's what I've got. That's the time frame response when I asked. That's what I've got. This is what we're looking at. You are learning how to go towards what makes your soul delighted, what makes your soul happier and more fulfilled. And you're learning, and this is meant in a very good way, so I hope I articulate this well. You're learning how to do that from an internal rather than an external focus. So sometimes when people say, good job, oh, you've done a great job, and we love hearing that from other people, whatever it is. We love hearing that. Who doesn't? But sometimes we need to learn how to deepen, yeah, you know you've done a good job. You know you've done a good job. This is what's going on for you. This is the learning of your own right to what this is. Learning in your own heart what this is. And being content with something to the degree that you feel fulfilled. Emotionally, this is better care of self. Emotionally, this is a deeper understanding, honoring, and respect for what it is that your heart wants going forward. And that's what I got as far as time frames regarding the transition, regarding whatever it is that's about to unfold when you go within. Anything else she needs to know? The divine timing is on this. Don't worry too much. Divine timing is on this. The Wheel of Fortune's here, babe. This is what goes up must come down. Karma must come in. And if you're inviting good karma in, you can't really hold it back now, can you? So let karma do what she does. Don't worry about the house. Don't worry about the mechanics. Just worry about your energy and your vibration and how you keep your spirit, your divine self, in its highest self, okay? That's what I've got. That feels complete. So hopefully that makes more sense to you than it does to me sometimes. But yeah, that's what I got for you. So, all right. Is there anything else? I was thinking maybe we would do a collective before I go. And then Phil and I are going on vacation. So tomorrow night we'll be on for a show. And that's probably going to be all you'll see of me for the next couple weeks. But, okay, nobody else on the list, so we'll do a collective. Hang on just one second. This is, I call it the coffee deck. I forget what it's called, but it has something that makes me think of Starbucks. So my brain instantly replaced it with the coffee deck because it's got all the coffee cream colors going on there. Let's see what's going on. Collective. Hey there, Steph. Hey. Good to see you, honey. Good to see you. All right. What do we have for the collective right now? Okay. I'm getting references to the show Duster. It's a TV show, and it's got this old 70s car, and the car in the beginning is like wheeling around like it looks like a little Hot Wheels, but there's stuff going on a model scale that is in the 3D that is big, and it feels like it's a lot of dust being kicked up. It's not necessarily handling the task well, but a lot of dust is being kicked up. We've got here the 4 of Swords. Take care of yourselves, big time. The 8 of Swords, it's not what it appears. Take care of yourself, go within. It's not what it appears. What comes out next is the Star. This is big. Big dust is being kicked up, whether it's astrological dust or astral dust bunnies or whatever. Big dust is being kicked up, but it's not what it appears. This is something we need to know. It's like, yes, that's a right reference. The big bad wolf from the 3 Little Pigs, and he huffs and he puffs and tries to blow the house down, all of that. It's a whole lot of hot air, a whole lot of huff and puff going on. A whole lot of energy going on. There's just somebody that is making a lot of noise, a lot of disruption. There's a lot of dirt in the air, a lot of dust going around. And it's like you don't have to be caught up in it. Stay focused on your true north. Some of it is just straight bullshit. It feels like that if you're in, what do they call them, a habib or whatever, a haboob? I don't know. It's like the sandstorms, the desert sandstorms that come in and they're like blowing all over and you can't see straight. It feels like that's where we are for a while, so we can't see the true north as easily. Here's the 10 of Wands. There's a burden that needs to be set down. The sort of truth is there. There are ourselves coming in as the hero. There are other people that are wanting to aid during this time, wanting to assist and wanting to do good things, but it feels like all the Desert Storm has been blown around. All the sand is in our eyes. We can't see. But yeah, things are being blown wide open. The Sword of Truth is coming. The Page of Pentacles. You guys know that this is the Batman card for me. This one is like saving up for the rainy day. So put yourself as priority. This is important. Do what is priority to you. Let yourself be main character energy. You know this. The Page of Pentacles is the student with the gift. Student saving for the piggy bank for the rainy day or for whatever the storm brings forward. I would say collectively, use your pennies well and wisely right now, and really do what is important to your soul. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's going on is the Two of Cups. You and your partner, you and the persons that are your kindred spirits, you and those closest to you, are learning how to navigate what is usually the battlefield and the wolves. This is a big bad wolf trying to claim he's won something when he hasn't. This is the big bad wolf huffing and puffing and blow the house down and making a whole lot of drama and shit that doesn't need to be there. So if you're seeing this, don't let it disrupt your focus. Stay clear, stay focused, be very, very aware of what it is that keeps you aligned. This is huge for you. And then the Four of Cups. There's a refusal of a gift if you let yourself be caught off guard by this. Don't be caught off guard by this. This is huge. This is not the time to, push somebody and just, people are triggered enough. We've all seen the cat videos where somebody puts the glass on the bar and the cat comes along and just swats it just to swat it. There are some people that are just going to be assholes just to be assholes. So don't be doing that. Refuse to engage in a different kind of disruption. Let your spirit be focused, aligned, and keep in that. Keep in that. Anchor it down. It's important. Whatever. What else? Anchor it down. Huge. Now this is interesting. We've got the King of Wands and then we've got the Devil energy. We've got the King of Wands and the Devil energy. And I'm trying to show this without creating a problem. Devil energy, King of Wands energy. It feels like when that comes up together, that is ego. That is narcissism. That is bullshit. Straight bullshit. So if you are dealing with somebody that's lost in their egos or stuck in the game of the right fight, they need to be right, they need to know everything, anything like that, they need to get out of your field. And if they are not removing themselves from your field, or if they are trying to hound you or engage in an argument, you need to remove yourself from their field. Knight of Pentacles comes through. This is slow and steady wins the race. This is the one who's prepared. 3 canteens across the desert to do what needs done. Prepared, slow progress. This is what's happening. Understand that we can't always get through the dust storm at breakneck speeds. Sometimes it takes us a little time. Is there anything else? 7 of Swords. Get off that damn battlefield. So honor what it is that's your intuition, because the hope that you have, the Star card, the true north that is there, needs to come in stronger, and getting off the battlefield is imperative. And it means you got to let either your ego or their ego take a break. And 9 of Cups, that's how we get the wish. It's not about the right fight, guys. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's not about any of that. It's about really, really being in a space that is of truth, that is of honor, that is of integrity, and of love. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. That's what I got. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's what we got. So, woohoo, guys. Careful out there in the storm is what I would say to that, because if you're in a sandstorm and you can't see what's going on and it's a dust up, it's going to feel a little bit funky. I'm sure the astrologers would tell you the energy is funky right now. It's good energy. A lot is clearing aside, but it's been a little bit funky. You felt that, Tess? Good. Glad. All right. I think that's all I've got for today. Is that it, Kim? So if we're done for today, then I'll probably let you guys go and figure out packing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the energy's been super crazy stuff. So super crazy. It's been nuts. Roller coastery out of nowhere. If you get emotional shit coming your way out of nowhere, it might not be your own emotions. So that's a question to check and to ask, because you might just be all of a sudden teary for no reason whatsoever. Tess, you glad you got to see me today? Oh, good. I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, Phil and I will be on one last time before we go on vacation, and that'll be tomorrow night between 6 and 8 Mountain Time. Yeah, Yeah, that's the thing to do. Stay as grounded as you can, folks, and me included. So that's what we'll work on doing. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go for now. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love. Mwah. Bye, guys. Thanks, Tess. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.